Here he is. Vito's here. Vito decided to step up.
Yo.
He pulled up.
So when you said that you got a message, were you trying to imply that there was no conversation prior to this message?
No.
So when Dick asked you if there was an internet argument going on Twitter, why didn't you say yes? Yes, there was.
Is that what he asked me?
Yeah. He literally said, did this have to do with an internet argument that was going on? And you said no. And he said, you sure about that? And you go, well, I got a message. I mean, we could roll back the tape if you want to rehear what happened.
I trust you. I don't remember arguing about. I didn't remember arguing about the comic with Riley. He kind of just dropped it pretty quickly. It's not like we had like a back and forth about the comic.
It was exactly like I said. He posted my tweet, and then he posted the.
And I said one thing, and then he immediately said something along the lines of what? If you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck up Hackamania.
No, I don't believe that it was escalated that fast.
Okay, what's the first thing you said?
I'll get you the literal conversation. Hold on.
Kind of feels like we didn't really talk about comics. In fact, I liked talking about comics, which is why I was arguing about it with people, because it was funny.
Was it funny? Was it funny for you? You keep saying that, but I don't believe that.
It was funny. That's why it sucked. It stopped being funny when I was like, oh, this is fun. We're arguing about comics. And then it has to escalate. And I'm like, oh, well, now it's not as much fun.
So it was fun when you blocked me. That was big fun for you.
Well, I blocked you because I had to get to work, and I tend to check Twitter a lot, and I was getting a lot of notifications from you, so it made it easier to focus.
Why didn't you just mute the conversation?
Yeah, uninstall Twitter.
I decided to block you.
You also
it had the desired effect, did it not?
Not really. It didn't bother me one.
Well, wait. I just wanted to not get pinged by you, and by blocking you accomplished that. So,
if that's all you wanted, you could have muted him. Like that,
right? But why? What's the difference if I got the same effect regardless?
Well, there's different actions, and if I don't want to get pinged, my go-to is mute. I need more motivation to block someone than just not wanting pings. There's a whole setting on your phone for not getting pings if you want to focus on work.
Right, or I could just block him, which is what I did, and then I didn't get pinged by him.
Okay, but it seems like you're not focused on not getting pinged, because if you
block... What are you talking about? Literally blocking him stopped me from getting pinged, and then I did work, and then I unblocked him afterwards.
Hold on. So you blocked me, and then nobody pinged you the entire time.
I blocked a lot of people who kept pinging me, and then I unblocked them later.
So nobody pinged you the entire time after you blocked me is the question I asked.
What?
After you blocked me, did you get a single ping from anybody on Twitter? It's a very simple question.
I'm sure I did.
Okay, so then the idea that you just didn't want to get pinged is bullshit, because other people were pinging you, obviously.
No, you know.
I'm okay with getting some pings. I was trying to cut down on the number I was getting.
You just didn't want my pings. Why didn't you just say, I just didn't want Tony's pings, because because
it wasn't just you. I just blocked a bunch of people who kept pinging me, and then I did some work, and I unblocked you.
See, if I see a spider in my kitchen, I burn the whole house down, and then there's no spider in my kitchen anymore.
Are you comparing blocking people on Twitter to burning down a house? What is the irreparable damage is caused?
I'm not talking about
cause damage to your reputation.
I'm talking about an unreasonable escalation.
It causes damage to my reputation?
No, that's
you don't know that you're a blocker.
Okay, I'm a blocker. That's fine. I'm fine with that reputation.
Are you going to follow me back? I like having follows.
Did he block you too, Manny?
Yeah. I asked why he blocked Tony from Hack the Movies, because I wanted to know.
Because I kept getting notifications from him. And then I got notifications from you about him.
You got one notification from me.
Look, I just
A little cringe.
And I don't.
I don't
care
know
that-
why. I
I
don't. It is getting pretty cringe that I got to defend me blocking some people on Twitter so I can get some work done.
How much work did you get done?
Tony, what
How's that an unreasonable question? You said I.
How much work did I get done?
I asked you how much work you got done.
How much work did I get done? I don't know, man. 10 kilos.
See, this is where I believe that none of what you just said had any truth to it. Like, you didn't block me because you needed work to get done or you didn't want to get pinged. You got butthurt that I was saying things that were mean.
Explain how to define to you how much work I got done.
Well, what were you doing? You were doing work. So it depends on what I wrote 3 scripts. I did 6 more pages. I worked on the next book. I did X, Y, or Z.
Yeah, I'm
There's
organizing.
a lot of ways to
I'm organizing pages. I didn't write down how many pages.
But you couldn't even say that. When I said, how much work did you get done? You said, a lot. I got all my pages organized.
Because I'm working on a bunch of different shit. I don't remember exactly what I was doing that day. I got 10 different things I gotta manage.
Vito has many.
What irons the fire?
Level of scrutiny. 2988. Yeah.
I mean, I don't keep a docket of what I work on every hour of the day. I just kind of move from thing to thing.
Well, I feel like you get a lot more work done if you organize and have a list planned and goals that you accomplish.
I mean, I have a to-do list, but you work on a this is.
I'm just.
I gotta explain my work process. I skip around. If I get tired of one task, I move on to something else, and then I come back to it.
Well, that doesn't sound like a good way to get a lot of work done, in my opinion. But I don't care. I'm just.
Everything's just half done. Everything's just sort of, kind of, a little bit done.
You're right. It's a total mess. It's terrible. I can't believe I work like this. Thank you guys for setting me straight.
All I really want to know is how you're gonna follow me back.
Yeah, I'll follow you back, Manny.
Thank you.
All right, so this is the conversation.
I need more black friends.
After Riley put all the
because Tony won't be my friend anymore.
After Riley put all the stuff about the comic book, you said it took you guys 2 days to figure out the camera angles. Amazing. Riley responded, "Don't start condescending to me like you are to everyone else, Vito, or I will actually fucking ruin your Hackamania weekend."
Right. So we didn't really talk about
Hackamania.
So we didn't really talk about comic books, did we?
No, I didn't say you did. I said Riley posted some comic stuff. You made a response.
Well, you said that this was related to comic book stuff, and it wasn't because we didn't talk about fucking comic books.
So Riley started with, "Here's a bunch of shit about your comic." Then you said, "Hey, you guys finally figured out angles." And Riley said, "Don't condescend to me." So yeah, if he didn't post the comic stuff, then we
sounds like that's about me being condescending. Not it could have been about anything. It's not about the comics.
God. It sounds like Riley was minding his own business, and then you attacked him out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well,
so Riley posted stuff in the Clipperverse green room.
Yeah.
To discuss things with other people, and you decided to chime in and condescend to him.
Riley's just trying to plan his Clipperverse show, have a good, fun time. And
I said, "Hey, you guys finally figured out camera angles. Congratulations." It's like a little goof. It's like a funny little thing I said.
Well, you admitted it was condescending. I said it was condescending.
It's
Riley
definitely condescending. Who cares? So, a lot of little pithy comments on the internet are condescending.
Okay, so you're really afraid of Riley escalating things to a level that you're not comfortable with, but you're also comfortable with condescending to Riley. How does this make sense to anybody?
Well, I just thought me and Riley. I thought we were
I'm gonna go buy the dog and I'm gonna fucking flick its ear every day, right?
Well, I just thought that me and him had hashed it out at this point. He wasn't gonna say crazy shit like that, but then he did.
How's that crazy shit?
Oh,
Don't
we're back to this.
Me or I'll ruin your Hackamania.
Wait! You're gonna say that's not crazy?
Yeah, no. That's not crazy.
I'm gonna ruin your weekend.
Yeah, that sounds like just a little goof. I tell my friends that I'm gonna beat them up all the time. It's like I've told so many people that I plan on ruining their weekend. It's a joke. It's
yeah. He might ruin your weekend by getting too drunk and being sloppy.
Well, right? No, he told me how he's going to ruin my weekend.
No, not yet. We're not there yet. You then
Oh,
said,
okay.
so now
Right.
Riley has told you, don't condescend to me or I'll ruin your weekend. So what is the smart play here, Vito? The smart play is what? Disengage, say, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to condescend to you. Just ignore it and don't make a response. That would be those are like 3 smart things to do, right? But you chose another door. There was a 4th door, and you decided to walk through that one where you said, you're not gonna do shit. You've now challenged Riley in front of everyone in his fucking green room. He said, you keep fucking with me, I'm going to ruin your weekend. And you said, well, you're not going to do shit.
So wait. If you really thought that what Riley said was, if you really thought I'm going to ruin your weekend was a crazy thing to say, you're not going to do shit is an unhinged way to respond to that.
Yeah.
No, I thought the crazy
Johnny
shit
Rocket
was
for
later.
$4.99 says Vito has me blocked too. Why would you block the great Johnny Rocket? He's fantastic.
Are you retarded?
I can't answer that.
So why would you then escalate things between you and Riley? You've now said, hey, that was an unhinged response that he said he was going to ruin my weekend.
Because all I said was, hey, you guys finally figured camera angles out.
Bet you won't stab me. What you gonna do?
Yeah, I learned that lesson the hard way. When someone went like they're gonna pretend to stab me, I go, no, you're not. And then they stabbed me in the leg. I went, shit, he stabbed me in the leg.
He stabbed me in the leg.
It's a real thing that happened to me at work. I got stabbed in the leg.
Whatever, man. So I said, hey, you guys figured out the camera angles. And he said, I'm going to ruin your weekend. And I said, you're not going to do shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you think is a smart thing to do, right? The smart thing to say.
Do I think it's a smart thing to do? Well, at this point, I don't know, man. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what ruined my weekend means. I still don't know.
You just said this was an egregious thing to say. It was over the fence. It was fucking too much.
I didn't say that.
Your weekend was bad. You just said it was
bad.
You
didn't say
said,
that.
guys, this isn't bad. Don't you think this is terrible? And we went, no, it's fine.
I didn't say. I said I don't know what I said, but I didn't say anything the way you just described it.
So my paraphrasing of what you said. So him saying, I'm going to ruin your Hackamania weekend, you think that's totally fine and acceptable thing to say to you?
I think it's kind of shitty. It's not over the. I guess it's not like completely over the line at that point because it's not really very specific.
Wow, you just walked that back so fast.
Well, what did I say before?
That it was actually really shitty and it was a terrible thing to say.
That it was crazy.
I think it's.
So either it's crazy or it's not crazy. Which one is it?
I think it's an overreaction.
Okay. So then your response to the overreaction is to further overreact, to escalate it further.
Yo, these hornets seem angry for no reason. Let me poke them.
Yeah, Riley pulls out a gun and points it at you, and you go, "You're not going to shoot me." And then he shoots you, and you go, "This fucking guy shot me." You go, "Yeah, well, you told him he wasn't going to do it."
Okay, so Riley is Hornet.
Yes, and you kicked the nest. You thought that was a good idea. You said, "See all those hornets buzzing around? Maybe if I kick their nest, they'll be happy about it." How'd that work out for you?
Well, I just tried to treat him like a human being and not a pack of hornets.
That's how you treat human beings? You're not going to do shit?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I just want to stick to this. I'm gonna treat him like a human being thread while we continue with while we move forward with the show because
I'm just overreacting to your overreaction. Yeah, consider this as an overreaction to your overreaction. ASC Presents says you will hear hell's bells and see red at Hackamania, Vito. All you can do is stay home or walk a path of shame and misery from young Clipper.
I mean, I know he's not going to do anything.
Betrayal! What? Betrayal! Betrayed me!
So you're back. So right now with the cycle we're at, you're not going to do shit level back again?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do anything.
Okay.
I think he's too much of a pussy.
I agree with Vito. That was shitty.
Whoa.
I disagree with Vito because he says everything is kayfabe.
I think Riley's too much of a pussy to do anything at Hackamania.
Whoa, and doubling down. Wow.
I mean, Vito did invite Riley to Hackamania and said, "Hey, I got a surprise for you."
Yeah, I'm inviting him to pull up.
So, you ever gonna let Dick release the fight between you and Riley? Because I know last time
I
you
never
said
told him to not
quit.
release it.
You literally said, "I will quit if you release the entire video."
I don't know how you were the one who couldn't understand the joke that was going on in that room. Oh, you mean when I posted that? That was okay. I hate to spoil the surprise, but that was some kayfabe, my friend.
Okay, so when you sat in your car and were crying outside of Dick's house, that was also kayfabe. That was really, really good. Did you have onions in the car?
What do you mean I sat in my car? What are you talking about?
Oh man, Vito's the worst. He never learns.
No, I'm telling Riley to pull up. I want him to.
Cool guy, Vito. Always with the cool takes, Vito. So
I hope he pulls up.
You're telling me that you kayfabe the thing at Dick's house, and then when everyone was just in silent shock, they were also all in on it, and I was the only one who was caught unawares of what was going on.
I mean, if you guys really thought we fought, I don't know what to tell you.
No, we didn't think you guys really fought. We think you snapped. That's what everyone thinks. Because when you left in a huff, and then you went and sat in your car because, you know, the camera that pointed outside can see you sitting in the car.
It is always surprising to me
What's
that
up, Tony from Hack the Movies?
I'm actually a more successful actor than I ever thought.
Hi.
Are you believing this?
Hey, Tony.
Okay, first off, why the fuck am I the only one with a camera? Don't all you assholes do videos? What's up with all the...
Because I'm busy jacking it. I'm baiting, dude.
I've never been on... the only time I was on camera was on your
Look,
show.
the point is, I've invited Riley to pull up at Hackamania. It's going to be great.
Vito, goddamn. All right, well, first off, Vito, I want
Tony, I want you to pull up as well.
I can't make it. I'm too busy.
Pussy.
I just want to thank you for putting your racism aside and finally doing a video with Manny. I didn't want
it
to be
feels
like
dirty
this.
to be in the same room as this black man, but I'm making my way
Vito,
through it.
Come on. I mean, you're sitting here fighting when you could have reviewed Captain America 4 and it would have got 11,000 views, like my Superman 3 review. First off, all right, Vito. I just want to point out, I didn't say shit about the comic book page that you put out.
And I know. We're fine. I blocked you for 2 seconds because I kept getting pinged.
Well, I did those really funny polls. Okay.
Very good stuff.
I was trying to motivate you. I was like,
guys,
all right, Vito likes to do the opposite of everything.
Why are we burying the lead? I am challenging Riley to pull up at Hackamania. That's it.
Because no one cares about your gay drama. Continue, Tony.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I thought the point of those polls, Vito, was that you're wasting too much time on bullshit. Like
I like to be on Twitter. It's fun.
No, you're clearly not having fun.
He's having all the fun.
I am having fun. I like Twitter.
No, you're addicted.
I like telling Tony that he doesn't know how to review comics because he's autistically focused on the most retarded details. That's fun.
You're not having fun. You're clearly not.
I'm having fun.
No, you're lying right now.
Riley, I want you to pull up.
This is like when my ex-girlfriend would be like, "Are we okay?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And clearly we were not. You're lying to yourself. You're clearly doing it. You
guys just do not understand what I get enjoyment out of. And clearly I get enjoyment out of conflict.
Oh, God.
I love being the center of attention.
Meth in
I love that the Veto Wars. The Veto Wars are back on, and I'm back at the center of it.
You can't handle the Veto Wars. You get too upset
I love being
the Veto Wars will never end.
Vito, you gotta stop this, please.
I refuse. I keep getting DMs from all you little pussies being like, "Oh, Vito, you really gotta log off, buddy.
You do.
You should really stop antagonizing Riley."
You should.
Pull up, bitch. I want to see it.
Why don't you ever take good advice. Why don't you?
Because it's
ever
bad
do it?
advice. I know
No,
what
it's
I know what
not.
the audience wants. I know what you
No,
people.
because you've done this so
I
many
know
times.
what you
and it
people
doesn't
want.
work.
This is the only thing that sates your fucking bloodlust, and I'm giving
No,
it to you.
Vito, we like you being funny and doing funny
No, no,
stuff,
no,
but you
no,
don't do
no,
it
no.
anymore.
Punished
You just get
Vito.
into fights and you get sad all the time. We want to see you do funny videos and shit.
Well, I'm gonna be sad no matter what, so I might as well fight, Tony.
No, don't fight.
The
Do
fight is the
comedy.
only thing that keeps me alive.
Talk about how Star Wars is
it-
bad again. Come on, man.
I don't know. There's a lot of new Star Wars stuff that got announced.
Oh, you can't get out of your own way, buddy. I keep trying to help you, and you never, ever want
Everyone-
to. Be
Because
helped.
everybody's
That's
advice
the
is always
problem.
just like, "Oh, geez,
Ignore
buddy."
fucking Riley. That's really
good
easy
advice, Vito.
Yeah.
I don't want good advice. I want to fuck everything up and burn it all to the ground.
God damn it! You don't want that though. You're just saying that for attention and to get a reaction out
Because Tony, I'm not a likable individual. I never will be. It's impossible. Anytime you guys start to like me, I have to burn it down. It has to happen.
Why?
I don't know. It just
I
feels good.
never wanted you to burn anything down. You just do it.
It feels fun because it's just funny.
Hi guys.
Hey, what's up,
Ethan.
Dad?
Movies, a real star. How are you?
Ethan.
Ethan,
Dad,
all I wanna
Dad, they're
do is-
picking on me again.
Listen. All I want to do is do a movie review with Ethan Van Sciver, and the only 2 videos I've ever done with Ethan Van Sciver is a therapy session with Vito.
EVS,
This is
do
the
a video
worst.
with Tony.
You
You
should
gotta
do
do it.
fucking Green Lantern with
No,
me.
he won't do it though.
Let's do Meteor Man together.
All right, let's go. I would love
Meteor
to.
Man is
And
spoken for. Fuck.
it happen.
Wait, Ethan. You want to talk about Steel with Shaquille O'Neal? I got to do that with Manny.
oh man, I you know what? I met Shaquille O'Neal back in 2005. I
Yeah.
gave him Green Lantern Rebirth and everything, and we were working out at the same gym. And Shaq was just like, "Hey man, like I love DC Comics. I was in a movie once, a Superman movie." And I said, "Yeah, I know." He looked so embarrassed. It was funny.
Well, Ethan, me and Manny have to get together like soon to record that. I'm not too far from you. If you want to join us for Steel, I would be honored.
Okay.
It would be nice to do a video with you, not trying to keep Vito from killing himself. It would just once. It would be nice.
I'm
Well, I
not
don't
gonna
care,
kill
Vito.
myself.
change your
That's
face.
No,
not.
I insist that you do.
What,
Vito.
you're going to kill yourself, Vito. This is like suicide by cop, but you're using Riley instead of a cop. You're like suicide
Good.
by
I
Riley.
want Riley. I
Oof.
want you to come to Hackamania and put a bullet in my head. It'll
Oh
be.
my God.
We'll do a Bud
Vito.
Dwyer situation. I thought about doing a Bud Dwyer, and I just roll up to Hackamania and I go, "Hey guys, before we get started, I have this paper sack with a revolver in it."
Vito, remember when you said that you like getting on fights on Twitter and it makes you happy? You just said you're thinking of killing yourself in front of an
It's
audience.
the only
I
thing that
don't
makes me
think-
feel alive,
think you're
Tony.
happy, Vito. I
It's
don't
the
think
only
you're
thing that makes
happy.
me feel alive.
Why don't you change your
Makes me feel
lifestyle?
alive too, Vito. Honestly,
Yeah.
you
Thank
pulling
you.
a Bud Dwyer would be like, I'd be like, "Whoa!" I might rewind that.
That'd be
That'd be
great.
good funny.
I'd
That would be good.
slow-mo
I always thought the best final episode of Biggest Problem would be like, "All right, guys, those are our problems," and I just pull out a paper sack and I blow my head off, and Dick goes, "What the fuck?"
Oh, poor Vito. Boo
Vito.
hoo.
It's not helping to
Ooh.
think like that.
It's not
You
boo-hoo. That would be so funny. That would be
Yeah,
like
hilarious.
they would talk about that forever.
I
God
know.
damn it, Vito.
No, we would be so pissed because Super Killer still wouldn't be out. We'd be like, "Fuck, he killed
Oh,
me."
that's never. No one's getting Super Killer. That's not happening, no matter what. Stop dreaming about that shit.
What? We paid for it, you asshole.
Well, that money. You know what? You know,
You
I'll
cried
go to
on
the I'll go to the
stream
casino. I'll win you all back the
and
Super Killer
manipulated
money.
everyone into buying it. Come on, you got to release it.
Hey, I'll get some.
Vito,
Vito.
stop having a meltdown. Change your lifestyle.
I'm not having a meltdown. I'm petting a cat. I just drank a grape soda.
Man, I just watched there's a nice 25-minute cut of Vito off of making Dick Masterson miserable. Remember when Dick Masterson used to laugh and have fun on his own shows? Remember?
Yeah.
Before Vito joined him? I used to love it because I'd sit there and watch Dick Masterson and he would cackle with glee at other people's pain. Now he's the one in pain because he's got to listen to Vito all day long. People say to me, they say, you know, the Dick Show was so refreshing. And I agree with them. Like, I go and watch the Dick Show and I'm like, there's something about this that's so much nicer than the biggest problem in the universe, and I can't really put my finger on it. And then there's Vito.
Well, Tony likes Dick Show way better than Biggest Problem, right, Tony?
Which Tony are you talking to? There's two.
You, Hack the Movies.
I like both shows. So you constantly having a meltdown, derailing the biggest problem upsets me. Because I genuinely like the show.
I don't even bring this shit up. I'm trying not to talk about any of this shit.
But you let it get to you.
Who cares?
Because he won't let it go. I go, okay, I got it. I shouldn't have said the thing.
Out of it.
Who cares what?
It's always, hey Vito, you shouldn't have said that thing. Yeah, you're right. All right, I'm sorry.
He can't help.
How do we get Dick Masterson back on track again? I don't even want to talk about Vito getting on track. Like Vito's already talking about ending his career, and I agree with him. I think maybe he should do that and get Dick Masterson back on track because I want to laugh at Dick Masterson again. And I think we got to find Dick a new co-host. Well, we're gonna have to. We'll have to, and maybe it'll be Tony from Hack the Movies, or maybe
I think it should be Riley. I think Riley.
I don't live on the West Coast. That'd be too hard to do. Also, I mean, believe it or not, Vito is like the more stable Biggest Problem co-host. The previous one is a bigger fuck up than Vito at the moment. So this actually is an improvement, sadly.
Hey,
Vito,
maybe I could leave and me and Maddox could do a show. That'd be pretty cool. We could talk about video games.
That would be the funniest thing in the world, and he just won't do it with you. Dude, just be funny again. Stop being distracted by fights. Come on.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
No, you're not fine. You have to.
I am fine. Oh my God.
Admit that there is
one dumb little thing happens, and then I go, all right, well, that
happens.
Shut the fuck up.
3 or 4 months. What are you
Because you guys, one dumb thing happens, and I go, yeah, that was dumb. All right, let's just move on. And then you guys do a bunch of live streams and shit about it. And I'm like, well,
this is the first time I jumped.
What? I'm not supposed to do content when you do stupid.
Do whatever you want. Then you're like, oh my God, Vito, I can't believe you're dragging it out. I'm like, I'm trying to be. You
this is you dragging it out. No one invited you. You could have just ignored the fucking stream.
Can I send Riley the link? No, we can really
send Riley the link. Tell him he's got to pull up at Hackamania.
Get Riley in here.
Oh my God, do it.
Please.
Because I mean, this is the thing. Like Vito's sitting there threatening to rape mint salad and stuff. I mean,
yeah. Wait, what?
That's
too much.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's I'm not sure what the line is anymore. We've got to come up with a final solution.
Can I rape Matt Barr? We always talk about raping Matt Barr.
Solution.
Vito, the problem is on that stream, you were like, I just want to do a really good show. And then you did a bunch of stuff that'll break YouTube's terms of service and get your channel deleted. Like,
I don't know what YouTube's terms of service are. I don't know. We live in a new, strange world.
I can tell you they don't like
my president grabs women by the pussy. Okay, so I don't know what I'm allowed to do anymore.
I guarantee you they don't like that.
Yeah. Especially when you repeatedly say,
you're like, I just want to do a professional show. Now I'm going to threaten to assault my friend's girl. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? What are you thinking?
It would have been out of respect.
Why didn't you say if you would have said I want to rape fucking Riley?
Vito, you're doing the thing right now where you keep escalating it. Stop escalating.
How is it escalating? I'm saying the same thing I already said. If anything, it's a straight line.
I think here's where you went over the line, Vito. Like you wanted to make a joke, and sure, it was an attempt at humor. I think when you said, I really think about this is a real thing that I thought about, I think that's when it crossed the line from joke to creepy, weird fantasy that Vito is now sharing with class.
I just want you to take the right.
Send Riley the link. Ethan needs help lobbing Vito's heavy ass over the edge. I sent Riley the link. Everyone, you guys,
Vito,
all send him the link.
Vito, when
you guys, I really, you're really,
what?
Real quick, Vito. When you were a child, did you ever touch like a hot stove and your parents told you not to touch it?
I don't know, probably. Yeah.
Okay. Did you ignore their advice and keep touching the stove over and over?
What is the advice? What am I being advised to do?
Stop engaging with Riley. Stop lashing out because
no, I'm not stopping that. Riley, I challenge you. Pull up at Hackamania.
Oh,
pull up.
Does Intervention ever do episodes for like idiots. Is that a thing? Can we get Vito?
Why can't I tell him to pull up? He clearly wants to pull up. Wouldn't everyone enjoy him pulling up?
Want him to pull up? And if
I
he does,
do. I've changed my mind. My entire mind has been reframed.
Here's what you think.
I see through the veil, and what I want.
This is bullshit.
No, I do. I want endless Veto wars. I want the Veto wars forever.
Riley be like, oh, Vito wants me to pull up, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do the opposite. That's not how this works. Riley's not going to fall.
No. I want him to cut my head off with a fucking chainsaw. I want him to come to Hackamania and just go nuts.
I don't think Riley was planning on doing that.
I know. Well, now I'm giving him ideas of things he could do.
I think he has funnier ideas than murder. Right.
All right. So Riley has messaged me. He says, tell the panel that my wraith is reserved for real life now. I think he meant wrath. He misspelled that. I shall bring my golden steel to Hackamania in Las Vegas.
There you go, guys. Yeah. Hackamania tickets available now. Use promo code biggest.
Yeah,
and you can watch Riley pull up.
I don't know why you're like. Riley's like the most fun person to hang out with. I don't know how you got to this point.
I'm still fun. This is going to be fun. He's going to pull up. Who knows what he'll do?
You're never having fun, Vito. You're never having fun.
I'm having fun. I got a cat.
Tony, when are you going to, Tony from Hack the Movies, when are you going to be ready to abandon Vito to self-destruction? Because, like, I really like it. I'm ready for Vito to do whatever, like, self-destructive thing he wants to do to himself. You seem like you're still trying to help him like a good friend.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious about that. I don't understand why you feel that way.
Okay, so what should I do? I should say, Riley, don't pull up.
Tony, like, what do
you
think?
Just say nothing.
I don't know. I just think he can be very
engage.
Funny and talented. Something's happened in the last few years where you've just gotten more and more emotional, and I want you to like figure it out.
Well, I joined the Church of Scientology, and I learned, Tony, that there's little aliens.
This would be funny. If
there's
we knew
little aliens attached to all of us.
But to answer your question, Ethan, me, Dick, and Vito shot a Judge Dredd review that I can't put out till the end of June for the 30th anniversary. So not until then. Till then, I'm still gonna try and fix Vito.
Try to fix Vito. Yeah, you have an investment in him. I get it. It makes sense.
Fix me out. What is the problem? I make
a lot of problems,
content and I fight on the internet, and I'm a spiteful fat man who fights.
But
and clearly, it's great fucking entertainment. You guys are getting all the live streams you want out of it. What do you want me to stop now?
What are there, 16 people watching this, Vito?
No, there's like 100 people I thought watching this.
Okay.
All right. Look, I get it. It's fine. That's why if you heard me say to Melton, I said, you're right. I should just not take things so seriously.
You should have assumed it's in a casino. You should have assumed that Riley would not be able to do half the shit he's claiming because of what security.
He didn't even claim anything. He just said, "I am willing to risk an assault charge." Yeah. That's it. That's literally means that means he could like pretend to like go at you and then you call the cops on him. He's like, haha, see, I didn't actually do anything and you called the cops on me.
Vito's such an emotional little bitch that he could charge Riley with assault for like yelling too loud and some spit gets on him.
Who have I ever charged with assault for anything?
I don't know, but you could.
You threatened to send stuff to like whatever the police.
If he went to my house, don't go to my fucking house.
But you could have avoided all that by just ignoring him once he started yelling at you, and instead you kept engaging like you always do.
Well, yeah, because I'm addicted to it, man. Vito July, no, because I'm telling him to pull up. I want it. I'll admit that I'm saying
Eric also wanted him to pull up until it happened.
Yeah, but Eric told him to pull up, and then he called the cops. I'm not calling the cops. I'm ready for it.
Oh my god!
No cops will be called. I will do what Eric July could never do, and I will endure the pull-up.
What, you think you're going to take on Riley?
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
A fight with Riley. I'm just going to spoil that now.
Why does it got to be a fight? It could be anything.
Well, theoretically, if there's a fight, you're losing to Riley. I'm sorry, buddy. You're losing.
Wait. I'm going to lose a fight to Riley?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
The last one was NDA, so we'll never know.
Bro,
let's see. Riley, I believe, was a wrestler at one point, so he already has combat experience. He's also crazier than you.
And he hates you. And he
Hold
really
on.
hates you.
I would
And he
like to
hates
fully
you.
disagree with the assertion that Riley is crazier than me. I disagree
He's
with that
crazier, but
wholeheartedly.
in a different. You're crazier in a
than
different way.
Riley.
Yeah. It's a different.
Riley's
it's
also
sad crazy.
very dedicated. You have a habit of giving up on stuff.
I am
Riley
too lazy to.
If Riley wants to kick your ass, he is going to put all of his effort into it.
It is true that I'm too lazy to do Riley's level of stunts.
Also, if Mid-Salad is part of the equation, you're done, buddy.
You have
done.
venue security. Okay,
Unless
so where do you want to pull up?
You're done.
Where do you want to pull up at, Riley?
My God.
Parking lot outside the fucking venue.
Parking lot.
Whoa.
I think we should do it on stage.
See, he doesn't want this to be a show. He actually literally wants to beat you up. Because you threatened to rape his girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that means he should pull up because I issued a threat.
Oh, he will. I have no
So
doubt
I got what I want. I want him to pull up.
You win.
You don't want him to pull up. You try to get him banned from the event. What are you talking about?
I did not try to get him banned from the event. I never tried to get him banned from the event. That's not a thing.
This is like when you didn't report that Alex Jones stream to YouTube.
No. I specifically said to Melton, I said, look, I know Riley is a big fan of everybody there. I want him to be able to come to the show or whatever. Just, he said he's going to disrupt the show, and I'm going to
call bullshit on what you're saying right now, Vito, because
I never.
Hold on. He literally was like, Melton gave me assurances, and Melton was on stream today going, Vito, you fucking lied. That's not what I told you. There's no way I can trust anything you say that you've said.
Melton said there'd be security. Those were the assurance. Melton's assurances were there will be security. That's
you
what he
said in the chat. I never said you gave me assurances, and then Melton played the video of you saying several times that Melton gave you assurances.
He did give me assurances.
So
he gave me assurances that there would be security at the venue. You can ask him.
And Melton also said today that you wanted to get Riley banned from the event.
Well, I never asked him to ban Riley from the event, so I don't know why he's saying that.
You were probably like, he wants to disrupt the show. You were probably thinking, Patrick might be thinking in his head, maybe Riley's a big issue. Maybe I'll just ban him from the event so he doesn't
you said he wanted
interrupt
to ruin the
performers like Vito Giswoldi.
Yeah,
I think that's what you wanted him to do.
No, because he wouldn't do that because Dick wouldn't let him do that. Dick's not going to let anyone ban Riley from Hackamania.
Yeah, because that would be stupid. It'd also be stupid.
I agree. I'm not. That's why I wasn't trying to ban him.
It'd also be stupid to have a meltdown over Riley egging you on months after you already embarrassed yourself another time. Like, you got to.
I agree, which is why the only way to settle this is to have Riley pull up, and I'm very excited to see what happens.
You will lose.
Vito, what do you think the prediction for Super Killer 2's campaign is going to be? Straight Beans
$1 million.
I'll help you, Vito. I will get it
watching the man drown.
I think it'll do about as good as Yellow Flash's PP Ranger.
That's the fun
Johnny
thing.
Rocket says Melton said Vito tried to get Melton to revoke Riley's tickets.
That's completely wrong. There's absolutely at no point did I ever say anything like that because I wouldn't say that because
a liar.
If Melton said that, he misremembered our conversation because why would I do that? That would piss Dick off.
Why would you do that? Because you probably thought Melton wouldn't tell anybody, so he would just revoke Riley's tickets and then
Carl and Dick and a lot of people are friends with Riley. There's no way Riley's not coming to Hackamania. So there's no world in which I would try to get him off Hackamania.
Where is
Hackamania?
Is it in Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh.
I will be in enemy territory. I'm very excited. Riley, please pull up.
Carl and Vinny publicly took Riley's side today.
Excellent. Good. I'm glad.
And then if Vinny joins the fight, you're all fucked because Vinny's bigger than everyone there and stronger.
So if you didn't want Riley banned, why would you even call Melton? Why would you even call fucking Dick?
Because I thought I might not do the show if I had to plan around some sort of stunt.
So what you're saying is the option. Hold on. The option was Riley shows up, so you don't. So then, how to get you to show up? How would Vito show up if he's not going to show up? If Riley shows up, I guess the only logical conclusion is we have to make Riley not show up. So therefore, you did want to get Riley fucking banned, but you just did this long way around to get there. Like, it wasn't my decision. I just told them I refused to show up if Riley was allowed to.
They can do the show without me. They don't need me.
It's the biggest problem in the universe.
So just change it. They could just change it to the fucking Dick show featuring whatever. Like, it's not like impossible.
But then Johnny's got to make last minute plans to get out. That like, unless he was already going.
Dick already said he could do it without me. It's not again. Like, I did not try to get. The point is, I didn't try to get Riley's
He said he
ticket
would
revoked.
do it. He didn't say that he wanted to, but that he was looking forward to doing it without you.
Can you
all of
imagine
this? All of this.
Vito holding your show hostage like this? It's crazy. It's crazy.
All of this was settled in about 20 minutes, that's the most ridiculous part of all this. I called Melton and I said, "Man, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to do the show. Like
I think it's still not settled.
You should have been
completely settled.
Enough.
Hold on, shut the fuck up. I'm doing Hackamania. I'll be at Hackamania. Come see the show. There, it's settled.
You should have been smart enough to not fall for this bait and engage and never have
for 20 minutes. I fell for 20 minutes of bait.
But everyone else would not have even done it. Wouldn't have gotten 1 minute into it.
I know. It's for 20 minutes. I said, I don't want to do the show. This is going to suck. And then I talked to Melton and he said there's going to be security. And I said, yeah, you're right. I'm being stupid. That's all that happened.
What do you want security for? From Riley? Like, what's
Well, now at this point, now I do want Riley to. Now I've completely changed my mind. I want Riley to pull up and do something crazy.
Like a year ago, we were doing the same thing. How did we get back here?
I don't know because I had a 20.
Milton heard this. This is
because I had a 20.
Now, so if Riley does pull up, Vito's fucked.
Because I had a 20-second. Literally, like I was on the phone with Melton for 5 minutes, and he said, "Hey, don't worry about it. There's security." I said, "Okay." So that's all we did, and then we've managed to get going on 4 or 5 days of content out of it. This is great.
No, it's not great.
Why is it not great? This is clearly what everybody wants. I have a 5-minute phone conversation. It turns into a fucking week of content.
Everyone wants me to suffer and be miserable. It's like
no, it's not that you want me to suffer. You want content. I had a 5-minute phone conversation.
A high school girl right now.
I had a 5-minute phone conversation with Melton. He said,
"What's going on here?"
He said there's going to be security.
Internet drama.
And I said, "Oh, okay, never mind then." And it got completely handled. And then Dick, who said, "Hey, this could probably be some good podcast stuff," went, "Hey, remember when you called me and Melton and you said you're not going to do the show?"
It was my fault.
It was Frog Tony left the super chat before my super chat. You fucked up my whole Patreon plug. Thanks, Frog Tony. And you overreacted to it. You went, "Frog Tony, oh fuck him. I'm gonna skip that." It's like, what did you expect? What did you think was gonna happen? We would all just let. Of course, Dick's going to be like, "What are you doing?" Of course, the audience is going to want to know why you skipped Frog Tony.
So it was good content. What do you people want?
You almost walked off your show. That's
no,
and that's also good content. Welcome to the human drama.
I want a happy, fun show that I can rely on every week.
Yeah.
Well, you're never getting that again.
And can I not have it be about Vito, like threatening, making Dick miserable? I mean, that's the only thing we're saying, Vito, is that, like you're good, but you ruin the show entirely by yourself. Like, other than that, you're good, but
and then you drag other people in. You drag Mint into it, like they're a 2-for-1 thing.
Oh, I mean, Mint drags her. Mint drags herself into everything, so don't worry about it.
You always ignore her live viewers, which like get way more than the shit that you do.
I wonder why. I wonder what they're tuning in for.
You forget her reviews lead to her family where she makes like a ton of money. So like you be like real dismissive of Mint Salad when she's doing YouTube way better than you did.
Her vertical streams get like thousands of fucking views. Like,
yeah,
you guys are right. Mint Salad is such a.
You always pick and choose.
He's so incredibly talented. I can't believe it.
Favorite at Hack the Movies.
I had no problem with Mint Salad. She decided she had a problem with me. It's got, and then whatever. I'm reciprocating.
Because you were fighting with Riley and you brought up her reviews.
I brought up Riley's channel. It's got his name on it.
And then you get like so aggressive when you shit on her. Like you call her
Oh
like a
my
piss
God.
whore and everything, and then you're doing this. Like what?
I called her a piss whore way after the fact. I tried so many times to go, hey, Mint Salad, I don't really hate you. It's not a big deal.
Engaging and stuff. There are people out there that don't like me, and you know what I do, Vito? I don't engage or talk to them anymore.
What? There's people that don't like you, Tony. I don't believe this. This is ridiculous.
Well, there's a
I
lot
tried
of
on every occasion. I tried on every occasion to go, hey, Mint Salad, this is stupid. Why don't we stop fighting? And
But
she
then
just
you shouldn't have. Once it,
kept being a woman.
you get like
And
one or two chances. If they're still
unfortunately,
angry,
you can't
stop
reason with
talking
women,
to them.
especially not retarded women. So what can I do?
Man, fucking
See, you're doing it again. You're doing it right now. You're escalating the situation. Why?
There's nothing I can do at this point. I've tried a million times.
Yes, there
to get
is.
that.
You can just stop.
I've tried to get that little duller to just shut the fuck up and leave me alone.
We just told you this is something you do that pisses people off, and you can't help yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. I tried my best.
You didn't try
then
your best. You didn't try at all. That's the problem. You
No, I tried. I tried. I offered to take
Vito, I was in there
Riley
when you
and Mint to a
insulted
very
their
nice
channel.
buffet. I offered to buy him dinner.
Why couldn't you have done that for Frog Tony when he came into town?
Because he's got to tell me he's coming into town. He can't just spring it on me. I don't even fucking know where he's at.
Literally, I called you and said, hey, is it cool if I come and do the show? And you said, yeah. I said, are you going to pick me up? You said, yeah. And then you forgot about the whole fucking conversation.
Oh my God. Yeah. Look.
Honestly, Frog Tony, that was stupid. You should have known that.
Frog Tony, no one's picking you up from LAX. It's not happening. I'm
Everyone
sorry.
hates picking people up from
You've learned a valuable lesson about Los Angeles traffic.
Even if friends say they will, because like Nate and Riley did a few.
I would have
gave
gave you $20 for an Uber.
And didn't pick me up. Don't expect to get picked up from LAX. No one wants to pick anyone up from.
Well,
LAX.
I wasn't even in LAX at the point where I called Vito because I was already at the hotel. I was like way fucking close.
Yeah, you're very far from him too. But anyway, stop escalating things. Stop. You shouldn't even be on the stream right now.
I'm not escalating.
Have you apologized to Dick Masterson for ruining his show?
I have no way to contact Dick Masterson.
Wait,
because you call too much when you have panic attacks.
What? What did somebody else say?
Did he finally block you or what?
No, we don't talk.
Yeah. That's great, man. That's really good.
Apologize.
You went from calling him obsessively, texting him to now I have no way to communicate with him, but it's because you don't talk.
Well, yeah, because I don't have any way to contact.
I mean, you talk, he just doesn't listen. That's the problem. Right?
I sent him a message. I said, "Hey, man, whatever needs to happen." I mean, I won't say what I said, but
did you
whatever needs to happen?
Apologizing.
I sent him a picture of my butthole and a winky eye. No, whatever. I mean, I sent a message to him in private. I don't know if he read it yet.
Wasn't an apology.
Look, Dick's got a pregnant wife. Obviously, I'm not trying to make his life any harder than it needs to be. And let's be clear, after we finish the show on Friday, we have a little discussion about what we're going to do at Hackamania. Me and Dick have an understanding. I'm his crazy idiot podcast co-host.
So you're being too crazy and too big of an idiot right now. You need to scale it back a lot.
It's supposed to be an act. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's not supposed to be real. It's supposed to be kayfabe.
I mean, it could be a little real. It just can't be this
real.
Extreme.
Well, when I get nailed for a 5-minute phone conversation for like 5 days.
The point is, you should have never had the phone conversation. You should have realized, you know what? I'm overreacting to Riley too much. Why can't
I have the phone conversation? I talk to a guy. He goes, "Hey, there's security at the event." And I go,
because you've been down this road before with the same feud with Riley, and you should have known that you were overreacting again. And you should have just.
I talked to a guy. He said you're overreacting.
Time frame, Vito. Why did you even engage with Riley to begin with? Riley.
Why can't I talk to a guy? He tells me, "Hey, Vito, you're overreacting." I go, "Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Let's do the show." What was the problem with that?
Why did you even get to that point? Riley posted something in his own green room, and instead of ignoring it, you decided to engage with it.
How are you still in the green room, Vito?
I'm never leaving the green
You
room.
keep exposing yourself to so much negativity about yourself. It's not healthy, man.
I gotta know what Ripoff Verse is saying about me. It's funny.
No,
He
it's
hates
not,
me.
you're clearly,
He hates me
it's
so
clearly
much.
not
He
funny.
really does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
he does.
Ripoff Verse. Ripoff Verse wants me dead.
Yeah,
He's always telling me to drink poison.
I know, and that's real fucked up, Vito. Anyway, what did you say?
No,
that
that's
you wanted
see,
to do
that's like
tonight?
good. Like I like that. He's like, "Why don't you fucking drink poison, you fat waste of shit?" And I'm like, "See, that's like that's a good part of my day." I go, "Man, it's so nice to know that my mere existence pissed off some British guy." You know, like there's just some joy I take from that.
But you don't take joy. You're still miserable
I think he's
all
Scottish.
the
I don't
time.
think he's British.
The small amount of joy I get is from knowing that Ripoff Verse wants me to drink poison.
Why don't you like do something with your life and like find actual joy? Get a new hobby. Do
The only joy is pissing people off. I've
yeah,
found.
it's not a healthy way to get.
I don't
Again,
like. There's just there's something about it.
Cut to a clip of Vito crying on Biggest
yeah, but
Problem
that's
in the
the thing.
Universe.
You can't handle it. It'd be
joy.
funny.
No,
if you
I was
could
crying
handle it.
because Jay from Red Letter Media is not my friend. Or
Yeah,
wait,
because you have a parasocial. That was it. Actually,
yeah,
it was
because I had a
Pat the NES
parasocial
punk.
relationship with
No,
Red
it was
Letter
Pat
Media.
the NES punk. You were upset that he wouldn't, which he probably would hate you. But I've hung out with Pat. It's not a big deal. I don't know why you cried about it. But like,
I don't think I cried. Wait, I don't think I cried about Pat the NES punk, did
it
I?
was Pat the NES punk. You brought him up, and then you started like crying about it.
Wait, when?
The crying. I'm pretty sure you were like, "Oh, it was Pat the NES."
That was
punk.
during the episode.
You probably.
I was
hated
just
me.
thinking. I was just thinking about parasocial relationships. Yeah.
Okay, you should.
And
not
also, I
have
had
a
an hour of
parasocial
sleep.
relationship. You should not have those. It's not healthy.
I had an hour of sleep, and I don't know what pills I'd taken, but clearly they were not helping.
You got to get your sleep better, man.
Here's the point, guys. Yeah, I don't get any sleep. I'm mixing all kinds of. Well, don't worry about that. And it's all gonna work out.
You can't add drugs to this. Also,
It's all gonna work out.
When
you should work out, honestly.
I did. You know what? Honestly, I think you guys next Vito's booty. You're gonna be. I don't know if you noticed the weight went down a little bit last time.
Not enough. Not enough.
Shut up, Tony. You don't like food as much as I like food.
That's unhealthy. You're the only person I know on Ozempic who got bigger because you're addicted.
It's because I stopped taking the Ozempic. I hate taking shots. I didn't realize I hated taking shots until I started doing it.
You cry because you aren't like me, Vito. You are sick. Pat the NES punk likes mint and I.
Well, I don't like Pat the NES punk, so that's fine.
Why did you cry? So you cried over an imaginary friendship with someone you
No, it was
didn't
with a
wanna be
different. It was with a different guy. I don't want to say who it was.
I'm pretty sure it was Pat in that episode.
It definitely was not Pat because I don't like Pat. Pat's a kind of an asshole.
I'm pretty sure someone pulled.
And Ian's terrible. Ian's a bad person.
Wait, and then you're sad you're not friends with Jay from Red Letter Media. That makes you
No,
sad.
me and Jay could never be friends, but I'm not sad about that. Jay's kind of an asshole too.
God damn.
Oh God.
Everyone's an asshole. Even AVGN loves Riley. This is true.
I don't think AVGN remembers who Riley is if he ever knew him at all.
I'm
but-
still friends with Tim Rogers. That's all that really matters. That's the only thing I care about. That's the ultimate parasocial relationship.
How often do you talk to him? Is he going to do anything with you, or
I got a picture with him when he was in LA.
were you kicked off his show or something? You're not allowed on the show.
I'm not allowed on his podcast because his other co-host thinks I'm a fascist, but he got kicked off that podcast as well. So
maybe you can go back on. Will that make you happy?
We're investing way too much time trying to figure out what makes Vito happy. Like my answer to all this is who cares? Like let's kick Vito into a deep pit and just forget about him. Like it's like, oh Vito.
I agree.
Yeah, let's go the other way, right? Yeah.
Oh my God! Like, what's no? Fuck Vito. Let's move on. If Vito goes away, then my favorite show is going to get way better, and that's what I'm concerned about. I want Biggest Problem in the Universe to be funny again. Vito's ruining it, so Vito has to go. As simple as that. What do you think of that?
I'm sorry, Ethan.
Well, I listen. You're fucking with my entertainment. So I mean, now
I don't want it to go that way because I honestly
What?
don't know who can replace Vito.
Almost anybody could replace Vito. What are you talking
Just
about?
slide
It'd
in
be way
Boogie.
better.
Boogie's ready to go.
No, Boogie could have been the co-host, but he's worse than Vito. He fucked up.
Vito is a sociopathic narcissist who's like sucking all this attention up. Like, yeah, I know a big piece of shit, but you know what? I'm gonna continue to be this way, and I know you guys are concerned, but fuck y'all. I'm blah, blah, blah. Fuck Vito. Who cares what he says?
Well, you know what? My obligation is
You ain't that good, Vito. You're not that good. My life would be better if you weren't in it. So let's move on and move real quickly past Vito. And then you know what's gonna happen? Vito will come crawling back. I'm so sorry, Tony from Hack the Movies. How can I change my life so that you can insult me again or care about me again? But I mean, as soon as people turn their back on Vito, he will change. Until then, when everybody's worried about how Vito is and how he feels and all this bullshit.
No, nobody needs stop. Nobody needs to worry about me. Okay, I'm not.
I don't worry about you.
Good. You're right. Everyone should be like you. I agree.
I want Dick Masterson's show to be good again. You drive me nuts. I try to watch that show, and it's about you and your feelings.
Okay, look, you're right, and I'm trying to make the show. I do have an obligation to the audience to do a good show. I get it.
I don't care though. I mean, you don't have the audience isn't that interested, Vito, in you. I mean, I'll be honest with you. You are the difficult part to stomach about that show. It is complicated listening to you because it's like, oh, listen, the Dick show, and then you come on there and you make everybody miserable. And then everybody.
I think the show's pretty good until it starts going down and hey, Vito's whatever route. I think the first half of the show is pretty good. It's just the back half of the show where it goes, how did Vito fuck up his life this week? That's the part nobody likes.
Well, is there anything you can do to stop that from happening?
Yeah, and it's got 6 chambers, and it's spinning, and it spins around, and it's got a hammer and a trigger.
Stop doing the suicide thing. You never actually do it. You crave attention too much.
Vito Piscor.
We got it right back to, oh, Vito, no, don't.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Ethan.
He did that it was like, oh, fuck Vito. Let's move on past Vito. Well, here's my answer then. I'm going to get a gun. Oh, no, Vito, please. He immediately gets it right back to where it is. And everybody's
EVS
Vito's got it.
Am I being manipulated in this friendship? Am I being taken advantage of by Vito?
Yes, you are. You're being abused by the city.
I'm sorry, Tony. I'm sorry.
I just tried to help you.
But logic
Vito. That's
be a good Vito.
I tried to help you with your Captain America 4 review, but you hate Manny too much, and that's why.
Yeah, well, you want me to put a black guy in it. I was like, I'm not doing that.
But the movie was about putting a black guy in Captain America.
I know. They got to change that. Captain America's supposed to be white, right?
Yeah, Manny on for Superman 3, the one with Richard Pryor. Everyone loved it. You missed out.
You should have had Manny do the review, but then you voice over it, so it's like he's replacing you.
Manny, you want to review Meteor Man?
I want to do that with Tony at EVS.
All right,
that's a good idea.
I actually have Meteor Man already. Okay.
God damn it, Tony! You've got no movies left to review.
Tony, are you in Philadelphia, by the way? You're near me, right?
Yeah, I sent you my address like a year ago.
Oh, a year ago. Well, yeah.
I wait every day. I check my messages. Like, did EVS message me back then?
What a nice. See, Tony's such a nice guy. He's a normal guy. He's not like a psychopath.
What big? Because you were like, he wants to do Green Lantern, and for a year now, I've been like, it doesn't have to be Green Lantern. It could be anything.
I'm very shy. It takes a little minute, but yeah, like I'd come over there, come to Philadelphia, and would we go? I'd be an in studio thing where we're.
Yeah, I got the studio right there. I gotta figure out when Manny's coming to do Steel anyway. I can DM you too. We can figure
Manny, yeah, that'd be great, man. You'd be there too.
I got a little dive bar we can hang out at afterwards. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, okay. Vito's not going to be there, right? He's not going to.
Correct. No, I will not ruin it.
How would he possibly get here?
Good. All right, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. Let's do that. Like I said, Steel. I can't wait to talk about Steel, the Superman movie that ignored all the Superman elements of the character. Right? I have my first issue where he finally showed up, the Reign of the Superman. I want to have Manny read it before we go into the movie. It's like, here's his origin story. And
the best thing was the Superman in the comics. It's like Superman died, and he's been resurrected. Maybe one of these 3 or 4 characters might be Superman. I know which one it isn't, and I'll tell you.
It's not even that he had a metal suit. It's like the face is clearly a bald black guy metal face. It's not him.
Yo, but imagine how awesome it would have been if you were wrong. They said, no, that is Superman. He's black now. It would have fucking.
Well, that would have been
comics.
if they did the same thing today. It definitely.
Kryptonians could just do that. That's what
Kryptonians can just become black if they're near the sun long enough. All right, look, EVS, you bring up a good point. I don't want to tank the podcast, and I'm going to try and make that more.
EVS because he's the biggest of all.
Because he's talking about the only thing that. Because he's talking about the only thing that matters. Which is
because I'm the only one that didn't fall into your narcissistic trap. Because I'm a narcissist too, and I listen. Game recognized game. Okay, so I see what you're doing, and I gotta just tell you, like you like Vito. I love you personally, but you're not that good. Like you could be replaced on the Dick Masterson show, any one of his shows. Like this, and if you're making the show worse by you being whiny and stuff and behaving kind of like a hypocrite and doing this whole like behaving like Eric July is behaving, we need to make fun of Eric July. So you're taking the focus off of Eric July at this moment. You're taking the focus off of Yellow Flash and Eric July's utter humiliating failure with your own.
It
so,
really.
like,
all right. Well, again,
you
look,
picked the wrong time to do this. Like,
I'm not always mentally stable. I had a moment where I was like, what the fuck? I called Melton. We hashed it out in 5 minutes, and then because next time we try to make it into a fucking conversation, I should go, you know what? I think I've already handled this. I don't want to get into it, but whatever. I don't know, man.
And then you jumped on his stream. You jumped on my stream.
One more Riley meltdown. That's it, buddy. Like,
the Riley meltdown is so weird, man.
Well, there will be no more Riley meltdowns because he is invited to pull up. And everyone's invited to call me, too. You saw I put on my phone number. I've been getting calls all day from the fans. They've been saying, we're in your corner. We love you. And I say, fuck you. I hate you. Stop showing me affection. I want to die. And then I hang up on them. But no, it's been a lot of fun. And I'm so glad to have the support of everybody here. Tony, I'm so glad that you're in my corner. Of course, Manny Muskets, Frog Tony, one of my longtime supporters.
Then I'll be out.
And it's just so good to know everybody cares. Thank you so much.
I don't.
I just care that the rope is strong enough that it doesn't break when you fucking hang yourself.
Frog Tony, I love that classic Frog Tony humor, and I know where your heart is, buddy, and I really appreciate it.
I just care that you follow me back on Twitter again.
I will follow you back. And Manny Muskets, I'm going to get you on, what's that comedy show? You keep trying to get me to get Luis Gomez to book you, and I really need you to understand that I do not talk to Luis Gomez. He does not know who I am.
I honestly probably talk to him more than you do. It's fine. I just like you not following through on promises.
Well, how about you have Manny call into the biggest problem?
We don't do a lot of call-in stuff.
Oh, well, that's weird. I've called in several times. Why is it now a problem that Manny wants to call in?
Yeah.
I mean, Manny, I guess, could call in. The only people call in usually is to yell at me. So if Manny wants to call in and yell at me, then yeah, I guess that's fine.
He can probably find some big problems.
Yeah. I mean, you're over here like, I had 20 minutes of unclear thoughts, and now everyone's making a big deal. You understand if me as a black man was to act out of turn for 20 minutes, I could be in jail for the rest of my life.
Why don't you trick your privilege, Vito? Not all of us are able to have meltdowns.
That's fair. The black struggle is a real one. I understand, my brother.
I just said I was going to rape that white woman. What's the big deal about it?
That's a joke. I was just kidding.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I think the best way to handle this is in a number of ways. Hopefully it will be handled at Hackamania.
Yeah.
Promo code BIGGEST. Come on by.
I wish I could be there.
Watch me be brutally assaulted and whatever else is going to happen.
I wish I could be there. Again, the best parts of my year are the few times I get to hang out with Riley and Mint. So people
I love Riley and Mint.
But people like Vito and Eric and all of Eric's fans like having meltdown, fantasizing what they would do if they ever found Riley. Like all I can think of is having the time of my life. Why are you guys so insane?
I thought I liked Riley and Mint, and I'm hoping that someday we get back there.
You know what? I think Riley, you should say that you're going to go to meet him at Hackamania, and then while he's gone, go assault his property, like you said that you would.
I think
Vito
you
won't
should
be
throw
home.
blood in the cracks of my car.
Go break into his house.
Real quick, Riley. Problem with that plan. I've been in Vito's car. It's gonna be like when the bad guy
That would be
said
an
they were gonna.
upgrade.
No, it's gonna be like when the bad guy said they were gonna trash the apartment in Dumb and Dumber, and the one guy goes, "I don't think they're gonna notice. They got worms in their living room." Pouring pig's blood into that car will make no difference. I don't think Vito will notice. It's already
No, I
a
just think you should
disaster.
break into Vito's house and maybe investigate his hard drives. So look through his crawl spaces, things like that. You know.
I thought you were
those
saying
hard
trash the
drives
house.
are
I was gonna
well
say, again,
encrypted,
EVS
my
is not gonna
friend.
notice.
He says he asked Melton to cancel the tickets I purchased and said he thinks about raping my wife. See you soon, Vito.
I
That's
never
That's why I'm in here.
asked Melton to cancel tickets. I swear
I believe
on
Melton.
dude, that's crazy. I swear, why it doesn't make any sense. If I tried to get fucking Melton to cancel the tickets, like, dude, Carl and Dick and whatever else would like go nuts. They're not gonna let that happen.
You know what, Vito? You're right. That does make sense. Nothing that I do when I'm having a rational breakdown makes sense, but I'm sure everything you do makes perfect sense when you're having a breakdown.
This is the comedy
You
that
know,
Manny gives us.
This all started with you not making sense, Vito, when we said, hey, why did you respond to Riley? None of that made sense, but you did it anyway.
It made sense to respond to Riley. I wanted to fucking fight with him about comic books.
Yeah. That's why he told him he wasn't going to do shit when he said he would ruin your happy.
I wanted to see if I could get Ripoff versus telling me to eat poison again. All right, look, I got it. Look,
I'm glad to have gotten to meet Tony from Hack the Movies. You know, it's like, Tony, really, like, let's get together. No, I mean, like, spend a little time chatting and stuff.
Tony's the better Italian.
You know, we got to get together and do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna DM you my stuff again. And then I'm gonna wait all year long for you to
make sure
reply.
you go around
with
with Tony from Hack the Movies. He's a celebrity over there. EVS. We went to restaurants. People recognized him. It was fucking. It's crazy.
That's so cool, man.
Okay,
cool.
well, we were at too many games. That doesn't happen all the time. We were at an area where people do know me.
I'm trying to build you up, and you're like, no, actually.
Very cool. And then Manny Muskets will be there too, and you know,
I hear you know a lot about comics, and I'm trying to be a comic, so I feel like
cool. Tony, yeah. I was wearing. Remember, you left your hat at my house.
I'm so bad about that. I don't want it back. I don't. Now that you,
I was walking around Hollywood wearing that hat, and a girl said, "Hey, is that Tony from Hack the Movies hat?" And I said, "Yeah." And then she jammed her hand down my pants and started jerking me. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
You said,
is that like a thing your fans do or something? No, I think it was a guy.
My female, yeah, that would probably make more sense. My female demographic is like 0.3%. So
she had a long wig, but kind of like a mannish way of talking.
I keep wanting to put that hat on. I keep forgetting I left it there.
Do you want me to ship you your fucking hat?
No,
he doesn't want. He wants a new hat.
It's got my head scum all over it now.
My sister make me a new one.
That
it's covered in my scum.
I am annoyed you move it. I was tracking your streams for a while to see if you moved my hat, because that means you didn't sell any of those consoles that you have.
I sold one of them.
You sold one. Guys, he has a wall of consoles. You have a door that connects those two rooms that you can't use because you just have a wall of consoles and boxes that you haven't sold.
Because I'm saving them for Vito's Wheel of Consoles, which hasn't happened yet.
It's not.
Okay. I got to sell the magic cards first. If anybody wants to buy any magic cards, please tell me.
There are so many magic cards, you'll never sell them.
If anybody wants a Mother's Milk Funko Pop, please send me a message.
Are you going to sign it?
Yeah, I'll sign it.
You know who really wants that Funko Pop?
Everyone get the Mother's Milk Funko Pops from Vito and then send them back into Vito's booty.
That would be pretty bad. That would be really evil if I got my own signed Funko Pops back. I tricked a fan today, though. A fan said, "Hey, what's the PO box for Vito's booty?" And I just told them my PO box, so I get free shit.
That was stupid for them. Why did they think that was a smart idea?
I said, "Yeah, send it here." They go, "I got this really cool Final Fantasy figure." I'm like, "Yeah. Here's the Vito's booty box."
So
Anyway, guys.
are we good? Are you gonna stop being a fucking little bitch and crying?
No,
over the internet,
no, I'm
or-
not going to stop doing that. That's crazy. But I will accept that the only path forward is for me to have Riley pull up. I understand this now.
All right. Well, good luck.
I have to embrace the chaos. The only path through the storm is up and through the eye.
Well, I wish you the best. Again, if there's a physical altercation, Riley's winning. So, rip Vito, I guess.
Well, I guess I'll just have to accept my punishment then, and see what that brave warrior
Vito,
delivers
can
on
you
to
go
me.
for like a walk tomorrow or something? Can you please?
I went for a walk one time. It sucked.
Yeah, one time.
I'm fine. Today was great. What did I do today?
Riley's
Today
going
was
to
great.
skull
I just
fuck you.
DM'd Ethan my address.
I
to
ate a
get him on my show.
salad.
It's great.
Hell yeah.
I
Let's
worked
bring these
out.
people together.
Ethan, I also sent you the Superman 3 episode I did with Manny, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. It's fun.
Okay, yeah, I'll watch it. Thank you.
All
I
right.
like
Well,
Superman 3.
good luck. Yeah, it's underrated. I was supposed to go to bed like an hour or two ago. I have to leave. Vito, get your shit together. Manny, you're the best. Ethan, you're great.
Yeah,
Rock
brother.
Tony, you're okay. You
Yeah.
ruined my Patreon plug. I don't know the other two guys. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Bye, Tony.
Don't get too close to Mint, says Young Clipper.
I will leave.
Not keeping
I
it
will
funny, and I
leave.
can't really tell her to now.
I know. I will leave Matt Barr alone. I get it.
Yeah, I don't think it's Matt Barr you got to worry about.
Matt Barr is safe.
So anyway, can we go back to watching this epic stream there by Melton?
Yeah, just
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, you guys can. I'm gonna head out, I guess.
I buy.
All right.
I love Vito being given the cold shoulder. It's so funny. Oh, Vito. What are you gonna do?
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Bye, bye.
Anytime you want to leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, Vito.
All right. Bye, bye.
You're free to go. We're not holding you.
Vito said
Heading
goodbye.
out.
Tony
Heading
said
out.
Goodbye.
Heading out.
All right, I'm just gonna kick him. Fuck it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the stream was a lot more fun before he joined, but I'm glad I got to talk to EVS. So
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Nice to
Right?
meet you, Jimmy.
yeah, you too. I'm a medium fan. I'm not a comic guy, but
I'll make you a
enjoy.
comic guy. I'll bring you some comics when I do the show. Hopefully, you'll read them and become a comic book fan. And I gotta say, I love treating Vito like that. You know, when Vito tries to make everything about him again, just interrupt him brutally and remind him that he ain't shit, and then just change the subject. It's funny. It's a good way to deal with a narcissist. It's fun.
No, that's gonna be useful to me. I deal with too many narcissists in my life.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go, guys. You guys have a great night. Bye.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.